Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
And why do you think that our youth are so misinformed today?
Because we didn't inform them. We didn't
Let me
inform
give you
them.
another one to answer that from the era that this is what happened. 71, I'm going back. So that means 75, they turning 18. These are active ones, though.
Okay.
Not nobody's not active from 71. But really, the killing didn't start till 72. From 71 to 72, we were delinquents where we are stealing beer off the truck, stealing, mischievous stealing Crip gear because we crippin'. But then,
bullshit.
Right, but we delinquents. We're doing stuff like the Bad News Bears.
Right.
But in 72, when the Bulu murder happened, that knocked the West Side for a loop. Cause them was Tookie's OG homeboys. Bobby Creer, rest in peace. That's big, that's hard. Ricardo Sims, Bub, rest in peace. Don't say Justin Basecock, don't. That's the one who never wanted his name mentioned because his wife don't even know he got the case. And he been out since 79. They did stuff on the 7-Up.
Right.
They got out in 79. So when they left, Tookie them was next. But on the West Side, they have always had gangs. Let's remember that.
Okay.
They had avenues. They had businessmen. So never think that the Crips come from those factions or had their ideologies. Because most of those dudes, when we got to prison later on, were BGFs.
All to BGF.
All of them. And then when the Bloods came to prison when we turned 20 and went, since they was fighting Crips only, they turned and got in. That's when you get UBN with Peabody, Jan Brewer, and they go to New York. I'm right there on the tier.
Right.
Please, don't fuck with me this year.
Right.
So anyway, 75 come. And this is where another part of the Red Sea happened as far as gang activity when you're really about it. See, now you can have 9 sugar bears. 1, 2, 3, 4, little sugar bear, big. Ain't nobody emulating us because it ain't nobody following us.
Right.
We only got us. Crips, Bloods, and the Mexican Mafias, which was the Southern Ranios now. Those were the kids that were sowing their oats. But in 75, what happens if we count the numbers? They turn 18 and can go to the prison. So 75, that's when you get the written. I'm going to name them off. You was there. Raymond Washington. And they don't know about Sidney Hefner.
Right.
Dead Eye. You had Bob and them. They actually were the first Crips there where they was threatening them where they was almost for the killing for coming in for killing a black. And we talking about the Black Panthers, Jonathan Jackson, George Jackson. These men were actually there as the Soledad brothers. They witnessed that. So after I followed, we followed them, and that's where it parted. That means all the ones that were setting the tradition on the West Side, the Hoovers, the Hundreds, the 60s, the Harlems, Paybacks, Watergates, 111s.
So everybody just start forming?
No, that left a void to where the leadership went, because don't forget, all my friends did 30 years. If they just started in 71, that means they got 26 years where they gone. That's when the new ones come in and the sets broke. Now you got people trying to tell other ones what to do And that's when the separation grew. Everybody wants to be king shit or
Exactly.
turd island. Because that's what you own. And that's when the division, he in jail, now look at it. The originals and our protocol has disappeared because now it goes from that to where when Crips got killed, it was internal where it was really personal. It wasn't no thing about this gang, it's just business.
Let me interject this. So you're talking about 81 started the era when gang violence was at the peak. The government started with Operation Weed and Seed. When you talk about the OGs going to prison for 30 years, they had an SSU squad in 81 to 83. Every OG to get out of prison and would get caught in a felony, they wouldn't arrest them, they was killing them.
And they killed them and they had to disband it, nothing new.
You didn't know
was
that?
OSS.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me?
They had an OSS for the ones that would do
I know
jackets,
about OSS.
but they was killing them. They had to go, and a lot of men was from our community where they had to disband it, where they were trailing them, killing them, and letting them do the robbery, and could have been stopped them. They
did
was
that to
killing
Cadillac
them.
Bob.
Cadillac Bob, Motor Mouse in there, Stag got killed. We can name a lot of them. So that's
So
also
that's Operation Weed and Seed. So
Okay.
when you talk about people start infiltrating, before Operation Weed and Seed, it was a COINTEL program.
Okay.
COINTEL
Right.
got rid of the Black Panthers, the Maulana Ron Karenga and us, and black dissident organizations. So they changed COINTELPRO to Operation Weed and Seed. So now they moved in new niggas to tell you something that were informants. You know what I'm saying?
So hold on. So they just started the whole infiltration thing. That's just came in just with the
with
destroy
them,
everything.
with the us organization,
It's
Dr.
just-
Karanga.
yeah, that-
But this is what, go ahead. Let me show you interject right quick. But this is where we go in this myth. I'll tell you, we coming with facts. Most people say it's a spinoff and that the Crips were infiltrated by them. But they didn't even know about us in 71. We were dormant. So people would infer that the Black Panthers, the police came, we were juveniles. While they were passing out lunches, we taking everything we can get. So imagine that's why you have to separate this. They were pro-black, am I correct? We anti-black. So imagine when we go to jail and they fighting civil rights and we coming in there with a blue rag talking about we killing blacks. You know what they said? Tuck it.
Can you reiterate? You just said something that was deep. You
It's
said
the-
that you were anti-black.
We were anti-anybody because anybody could get it, but
Right.
we're going to address something where when they talk about black on black crime, if we the closest you only kill, they got every race has tried to kill me and this man because of the color of skin, including you.
Yeah.
But we only kill ourselves because of the areas that are near to us at the closest.
But let me interject this also.
So we need to,
Once it wasn't that we start being anti-black.
not them.
Because
that's why I
no,
say
no,
us.
I'm talking about
We were.
even with
we
Crips.
didn't care who it was.
Even with Crips,
The
because
West Side,
the
like
Ballou
that.
murder,
Everybody got it.
The Ballou murder came from a stomp and from a fight. They didn't shoot him. You dig
And
what I'm saying? It came from fighting. And so when it came
72,
from fighting,
and that's when the trigger started.
when
We
the
didn't
trigger
play it. We
thing
only
started,
14.
what white America did is start glorifying it. And when they start glorifying and put it on me, it's easier for me to kill you than go kill somebody in Hollywood. You dig what I'm saying?
That's
so
exactly
now,
what
so
happened.
the same
Facts.
thing happened when it started. You look in the 90s and the 2000s, they start glorifying carjacking.
Bingo.
And every got high-speed chase. But before it was on the news, you never heard about it.
No.
Right.
But everybody
how they
wanted that 15
ever
minutes
knew
of fame. So gang members, we started the same shit. Well, okay, well, shit, if I kill somebody, I'm going to be on Eyewitness News and throwing up my set.
Exactly.
You understand me? That's Operation Weed and Seed.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So it's not that you hate me. When white America teach you to hate me, when you knew better, you do better.